Unintended consequences. That's what I'm going to call this. So I just seeded this pasture with about 35 pounds of premium pasture grass. Like it's got like 7 or 8, maybe 9 different grasses and grains and whatnot in it. So I spent half the day out here raking this stuff up, then seeding it, and then raking it over. I was over there doing the fish tank work, and I look over here and the entire chicken flock, the entire butthole chicken flock is out here eating the seed, just pecking it. I mean, I don't think they're going to eat 35 pounds worth of microscopic seed, but still, it's like, hey, I didn't pay good money and do all that work just for you guys to have a goddamn meal. So what do? Come out here. First I thought about bringing a 22 rifle out and just dropping a couple of them. Haha, kidding. But here's what I ended up doing, kind of killing 3 birds with 1 stone, pun intended. Came out to about where I'm standing, picked up a bunch of rocks, which there's a bunch of rocks in this pasture, which I need to kind of start picking up the big ones before the grass comes up. Pick up a bunch of rocks, throw the rocks at the chickens, not trying to hit them, just trying to scare them. But more importantly, because Dingbat here, as you can see, he's got a big ass rock in his mouth, he chases rocks. So I throw rocks at the chickens, or towards the chickens. He chases the rocks. As the rock approaches the chickens get scared of dudes because he chases them all damn day. And they fled the scene. There's nobody out here eating my grass seed anymore. So, crisis averted. Just hoping, I'm praying we get some rain tonight. There's a 30% chance tomorrow and tomorrow night, and a 20% chance tonight. If it rains tonight, I'll feel good. I'll feel like the seed will kind of get incorporated into, because I did use the drag harrow over the top, and purposely for that reason, to get the some of the seed kind of tumbled, up to half an inch to 3/4 of an inch maybe below the surface. So I'm hoping most of the seed got kind of rolled under most of the dirt. But as I look around, you can't see it in the camera, but I can see some seed that the chickens didn't get, pricks. Hopefully they'll go bunk down for the night, and I won't have to sit out here with a pile full of rocks all damn night. Oh, one bitch right there. Throw it left-handed. Go get it. Go get her, Hoey. Get that fat bitch hen. Go get her. She just took a big crap in protest. Deuce, you have my permission. This is one time in life. Chase that chicken, please. Doo-doo. Come on, go get it. Get that bimbo. Good boy. Good afternoon, everybody. Today's Wednesday, 28th of August, 2019. As you can see, we're about, I think we're about 8 steps into the 58-step process of building this chickshaw. So we basically got the floor, the foundation built. As you can see, it's very well designed. I'm very impressed with the design. So that's the floor. That's the Dingo Dodd Plain Foreman. The bottom floor wiring installed. That's always a pain in the ass for me. I don't know. I've covered in other videos. Anytime I work with welded wire, this stuff, against my better judgment, I didn't wear eye protection today. I should admit that. But I always get my ass kicked by this wire because I'm always manipulating it by myself. Whoever owns the patent for welded wire, he was either a labor union guy because he built and designed and patented a product that is not intended for a single person to work with, because it's just like arm wrestling like gorillas. Anyway, off topic. Got it done. Got the wire down. Look, no blood. A little bit of sweat, no blood. So that was a success. Got the 5 perches. So if you can imagine, this is the floor, and those are the perches that the birds sleep on and roost at night. Different than what they're used to. But I guess the good thing is that the birds I intend to put in here are the newborns, and they're not accustomed to roosting in the barn coops, which are elevated. So they're, this will be new to them, so they're not gonna have to relearn a new perching protocol. Anyway, there's the floor. It's about 1 o'clock almost, so we're gonna break for lunch and see if we can blast through this for the rest of the day. I'm actually surprised that this much is done, and I'm only on step 8 of 58. So I'll have to read ahead during lunch and see. There must be a lot of little steps, but so far, so good. Pretty happy with it. Well, alrighty then. I think we're calling that a day. I think I've been at this pretty close to 8 hours today, and I'm exhausted. So I'm calling it a day. I was kind of hoping I could get it done in one day, but I think I'm getting too old for this shit. Just doing one person work. It's a lot of bending up and down on my knees, rolling. Oh, it's just my feet, my knees, and my back just can't take this much crap 8 hours straight in a day. Anywho, I got a lot done. Obviously, I got the flooring done. Got the walls up, got the bracing struts up, got the back wall up, got the front door framed up. One thing I thought was kind of cool is I put the perches, those perches that go across the floor there, just me being me. You know, if you take a 2x4 and you rip it down the middle, you're supposedly making a 2x2, but as everybody probably knows, a 2x4 is not actually 2 inches by 4 inches. So when you rip it down the middle, it's not exactly 2x2. It ends up being 2 by 1 3/4 or some crap like that. So it's slightly longer on one axis than the other. And when I went back and looked at Justin's notes, those perches were supposed to be oriented 90 degrees rotated from what they are. And it's not a big difference. I mean, it's got to be less than 1/4 of an inch difference in width. But again, me being me, I said, yeah, poor chickens. You know? So I went in with a router. As you can tell, but I routed down the edges on these perches. I took about, I don't know, a good 1/4 inch or a little bit more off and rounded them. So instead of being square, they're round. So they're still a little bit wide, but because I rounded the edges, hopefully it won't hurt their little feet. Huey's like, what the hell are you doing? What are you using a router for? You're making a big mess. I know, but you gotta love your chickens. Juice, why do you gotta bite everybody? Yeah, take it, tear his face off, baby. Get him. We're done for the day. All right, guys. I'm gonna go cool my jets. We just had a nice little thunderstorm pass through, which made me happy because it watered my seed out there in that pasture. So I'm hoping my pasture grass will germinate here in the next week or so. Germinate before the damn chickens eat it all. So far, it's only been 2 days, so I don't expect to see anything coming up. Maybe in about 2-3 weeks, I can hope to see a little bit of green stubble out there. But at the moment, I don't even give a damn. I just want to go prop my feet up and take a cold shower and get an adult beverage on board. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye. Well, good morning, folks. Thursday, 29th of August, 2019. Continuing on with the Chickshaw build. I've been out here for about an hour and a half, maybe. You just came out of the pond, didn't you? Outside. Go outside. I'll take just a quick moment to spotlight a design feature on this thing, which I think is really cool. Once I get a little bit more build going on, get the roof and stuff on, it'll be harder to demonstrate it. But if you will, you're going to have to picture something. In this opening right here, there's going to be 4 milk crates that go in here that are the nesting boxes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the front of the nesting boxes are drilled out or hollowed out so that the birds can come in. And the back of the nesting boxes is not drilled out, so it's still solid. So basically, the nesting boxes serve 2 purposes. They're nesting boxes, plus they provide a access point to get the eggs. You just come back here and take a nesting box, pull it out, take the eggs out of it, push it back in. When they're in, they keep the birds in, so the birds can't get out of the cage because the nesting boxes are kind of in their way. But on this side of it, it's pretty cool. So this would be the front where they come into it, and there's this bar here that's a landing bar, they call it. So for any reason, if you want to close the nesting boxes so they don't have access to them, you just raise this up, and in a later step I'm going to put a latch hinge here on both sides. So you can basically latch this in the up position, which does 2 things. It blocks the entry point to the 4 nesting boxes, but also it eliminates the landing bar, because the hens, when they go to lay, they're down here, or they're in the coop, and they fly up and they land on this bar. It's kind of like a front porch to then step into the nesting boxes. So if you take this away by tilting it up, they can't jump straight into the boxes, plus the entrance to the nesting boxes is blocked by that bar. So it's a really cool feature, I thought. Again, wouldn't be easy to feature this and show it to you once the roof is on and whatnot, so I just wanted to take a quick break, if for no other reason to rest my lower back, which is sore already. But I'm going to take about a 5-minute break and get back to it. see if we can get this damn thing done today. But that's a pretty cool feature. I just want to share with you guys. Truly, it's just the small things in life sometimes. It's starting to look like a damn rickshaw. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. We'll do the rickshaw's first official 360-degree turn. Stupid, I know. But hey, you gotta love when something actually works. Alrighty, quick updates. Time for lunch. A late lunch. I think it's pushing up on 1:30 or almost 2 o'clock. Anyway, I wasn't paying attention to the clock. Made a lot of progress. Got the whole bottom end on. The wheels, tires, back kickstand. I'll talk about that here in a second. Got the wiring on the side and front. Got the front door installed. Got the, let's say, dustbin. So chickens, if you don't give them access to dirt, they need like a bucket, in this case an 18-gallon Tupperware bucket full of dirt, because they take dirt naps, which I can almost show you. They were just doing it right there a minute ago. They roll around. I've shown videos before. They roll around in the dirt and take a dirt bath, and that's how they, amongst other things, how they stay clean and keep mites off of them. So it's an anti-mite thing they do. So if you have them out in the pasture with a lot of grass and not a lot of dirt, you have to put a bin full of dirt in here for them to take a dirt bath. So that's what that's for. The bin goes on top of that thing. That's a holder where they get amendments. So they get kelp and other mineral amendments that go in there. One thing I thought was cool, well, two things. Just me being me. Look at that, look how plumb that door is. I don't think some of the doors in my house, even though I have a pretty well engineered house, are that plumb. I put a lot of effort into it. Anyway, get the door installed. Door has a ladder so the birds can go in and out in icy conditions or whatever, so they get some traction going. That all worked out pretty well. But here's a funny story. I learned the hard way. This is technically a kickstand right there on the back. It's on a hinge right there, and it pivots, in this case, to the left 90 degrees. Whoop. And that clasp holds it up. So if you're in transport mode, where you're moving this thing, you know, as a rickshaw, if you're moving it across the pasture or whatever, you put the kickstand up for transport. And then when you get to where you're at, you drop the kickstand for more stability. And I'll tell you, this thing is so well designed that I just had put the kickstand on, and I had it pinned up. And I went to do something on the front door over there, and I was amazed at how balanced this thing is. If that kickstand is up, and you go to the front end of this thing and put like any kind of force on the front of the rickshaw, it'll tip. It'll actually tip. So it's so well balanced. It's like neutral buoyant. It's just sitting there. You barely touch it or disrupt it, and it can tip backwards. It can't tip forward because it's got front feet, but it can tip backwards because it's so well balanced. So that kickstand is actually not a nice to have. That's a need to have. I was pretty impressed with how balanced this thing is. Now, granted, I still have some front end here, you know, the actual rickshaw parts. There will be some more weight added to the front end here. That's one of the next steps. The roof is uniform, so that's not going to change the balance at all. But that's all I got left. After lunch, I've got to put the vinyl siding on the sides and back, and then build the frame for the roof and install the vinyl roof, and we're done. So I'm pretty confident we'll be done today after lunch sometime. Good evening, everybody. 29th of August, Thursday, 2019. I don't even know what time it is. It's got to be between 6 and 7 p.m. Finished the Chickshaw. Yay, yay, yay. Love it. Let's take it for a little test drive, shall we? Got the front end on, got the old Ricky. I'm gonna pull it instead. Got a move to do. Give a chance for move to do. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. A completed Chickshaw 2.0 project. Took me about 2 full days. Just finished it about 10 minutes ago. I'm not going to play with it a whole bunch because I am tired and ready to call it a day. But I already covered the inside. You guys have seen the internals. It's really slick. It's got some really cool design features in it. Like, for example, this bar right here, the rickshaw bar, has these pins in it because you pull the pins and then you pull the bar out and you use the bar to prop up the roof when you need to open the roof to have access to the inside from the top. For example, periodic cleaning of the coop or whatever. Probably can't get a really good shot from this angle. Obviously, very portable. Pick it up and move it. Safety. I just finished step 58 of 58 steps was installing the safety hasps. It's very difficult to get off with one hand. It's got 2 of these guys. I'm not going to do a lot of this. I'm just too tired. And you know when you're tired, things are just going to aggravate you. Anyway, 2 hasps come off. Roof tilts all the way up at whatever angle you need. Again, that's where you would pull that bar and stick it in here almost like a temp hole to hold this thing open. You can. That's where the nest boxes will go. That's where the dust bin goes. That's where the the minerals and supplements go for the birds. I've covered most of the internals, not a big deal. I think I might put a couple more screws in the roofing because it's a little chattery. But I'm not sure this is certified to handle a hurricane, but I think it'll handle pretty high winds. Anywho, covered this before. There's their door and their step to get in, and home sweet home for a whole flock of. This thing's rated for about 40 chickens, believe it or not. 40 full-grown chickens can live in this thing. And once again, I'll cover later in more detail the whole philosophy of using this and surrounding it with that poultry net you can see out there inside the garden. That's currently a 100-foot net. I'm going to extend it to 200 feet. It's an electric net. So this chickshaw goes in the middle of that net. So the net provides the chickens with, a couple hundred square feet of forage where they can run around and scratch and do the things we need them to do to prep the soil for the next garden plot. And then at night they tuck themselves into here, and my job is just to come button this thing up every night, kind of like I do already with the other coops. So there you have it. Project completed. All right, time for a shower. What are you doing, knucklehead? You got your baby wear? If you kill him, I'm not going to get you a new one. Doo-doo. Why do you got to destroy everything? Dr. Destructo. It's a hell of a thing to wake up to. God damn it. Right over the top of your Good morning, everybody. Today's Saturday, the 31st of August, 2019. Last day of August. Woohoo! First project today is I got to get these 2 domes cleaned up and repurposed. And I just let them go over the summer. I mean, look, it looks like Vietnam in there. So I got the string trimmer out and just started here. So I figured I'd do it before and after. I mean, this stuff is like 12 feet tall. And you can't even see inside the domes. So I'll clean them up, then I'll do an after shot. And for those of you unfamiliar with what these domes look like on the inside, you'll be shocked, absolutely shocked, that there's infrastructure in there. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them yet. I'm thinking chicken coops. Not quite sure yet, but it starts with getting them cleaned out. So that's what we're doing now. Yeah, we got the first dome cleaned up. Pretty nice. That string trimmer does a pretty damn good job. Tends to go through the strings quite a bit, and they're not cheap, but it sure cuts through the Cuts through the weeds like a hot knife through butter, as the saying goes. We got most of all this crap cut back. And this is dome 1, get ready to start dome 2. But even on the inside, now we're gonna, we chopped down Vietnam. Actually have an inside access to the dome again. Look at how tall those weeds are. This is amazing. This should be a testament to this Club Cadet ST100 string trimmer. I'm not here to sell the damn thing, but I'll tell you, like I said before, other than the fact that the plastic strings that you use, it's like a big weed whacker, but it goes through those strings pretty quickly, and they're not inexpensive. So I'm a little sensitive to how many of those we go through, but look, as you can see, it does the job really, really well, so I'm not complaining. Actually got all those weeds knocked down in the next 5 minutes. I can't believe I waited until the 1st of September to actually discover this as my new hangout place. You know, in general, like cooling off, that's what I use it for. So I go out and work for a while, get overheated, need a place to cool off. The whole summer I ran into the house, the air-conditioned house, kind of forgetting that earlier in the spring, I'd put a lot of work into clearing this whole area up behind the donkey pasture, and rediscovered it again this morning. Put a chase lounge out here. Basically, I sit here and just take in the view. There's a little breeze. There's so much canopy above this. The spot is forever in shade. The sun never hits the spot. Would be a great place to grow mushrooms, methinks. But if you're not going to grow mushrooms, you just want to mushroom out, chillax, and cool off, this is a good spot. Great spot. My hooper duper. You chilling out, baby? Yeah, you're just chilling out. What the dingus doing? What are you doing, dingus? Why you got shit on your nose? We all have our own techniques for chillaxing. Mine's different than his.